Namaste, everyone. Hello. There's my dog's butt. And this is going to be a neck and shoulder release session. I'm really thinking that it would be awesome to practice alongside a fireplace at nighttime, and that would be a beautiful option. But I'm out here in the elements. I really can't complain. The sun is shining and I have breath in my lungs, and I've got a gorgeous doggy here to keep me company. So yes, let's just get into it. I've got multiple cameras going, so I'm just checking on everything. All right, so starting in a cross-leg position, and with this, just starting these Sufi circles, so circling the torso around, but rather than focusing in on your movement in the hips, let's make it a shoulder shimmy. So getting our Friday started right with a bit of a shoulder shimmy. So take one shoulder across to the opposite side and then switching. So it's more shoulder to knee than anything else, and focusing on that. And hopefully, yes, so this practice is completely self-serving. It's exactly what I need at the moment. So I'm hoping that it will serve you as well. But as you do this movement, one shoulder in, then the other, hopefully you can feel that built up tension at the shoulder blades starting to free up. So rather than the shoulder blades being locked in place, let's go back the other way. That there's this a freedom there as they start to move and glide on the back. So that will definitely be part of our practice today, is shoulders, arms, neck, and getting everything lubricated and flowing and open. All right, so then from here you can take the hands into Namaste, and we'll take a couple of expanded heart breaths, inhaling to open through the front of the body and even squeezing the shoulder blades at the back of the body, and then gathering back in and hands into Namaste. And going a couple more times, this expanded heart breath. If you practice with me, you know I love this one. So one more time, inhaling and opening out. And exhale back into Namaste. You can then take the arms up through the center and exhale down onto the right side, and then start to lean over. So rather than just reaching to the side, actually reach forward slightly, as if you had a beach ball here at your belly, and that you're kind of rounding and reaching over that with the left arm, reaching to the left fingertips. So through this whole side flank of the body, and even lifting the shoulder blade up to the ear and spinning the palm to face down. And then coming on up, palms touch, and switch to the other side. So left hand down and right arm. So rather than reaching to the side, you're reaching slightly forward. And again, imagine this like you're over a beach ball. So there's almost like a rounded position that you might feel a little bit of the connective tissue in between the ribs. I'm hoping that you can feel that separating and stretching and opening. You could imagine some skilled massage hands, warm hands on you, and imagine that assistance to open. Beautiful. And then inhale to come back up. You can release the hands around, interlace behind the back of the body and lifting through the chest. And then circling back around, hands onto the earth. Find yourself on hands and knees. So that could be either swinging the feet to the side if you wanted to, or however you get here. And let's just take a few rib cage rolls. So send the rib cage off to the one side and then round through the back, and then rib cage off to the other side, and dipping the rib cage down. So rib cage, shoulders, neck and head are all involved in the movement, and everything we are going to do today is going to focus on this area in some way. So let's circle back the other way, freeing up this rib cage. So it's a curious thing. It's a cage is usually where we maybe keep something precious, or are you keeping something in or keeping something out? So that could be something to ponder. You can then come to center. Oh, I'm feeling better already. Thank you so much. All right, step the right foot forward, and from here take the left arm and start to circle it around. So you could pat underneath that left knee if you need to, but just this dipping down and around. And at the moment it's just like this water wheel, like a vertical movement, but then with this one, bend the elbow and crossing over the crown of the head, and take the elbow back behind you. And just continuing with this sort of movement that we at Being Yoga call a cowgirl movement. So circling around, and imagine with your elbow that you're drawing the largest possible circle. And again, just welcoming in whatever level of movement is right for you. And I'm going to use my friend the block here as I come down. So we've got the left hand on the floor, and then leaning over to the left side, so over like this. And again, rather than just that sideways movement, reach slightly forward, so this whole back channel of the body is, you're inviting openness there. And then releasing down, you can recoil and step yourself forward, lift halfway up, lengthening through the spine, and exhale to fold in. Rising up through your reverse swan dive, bring the palms to touch overhead, and exhaling the hands down through namaste. Take one of those expanded heart breaths again, inhaling and opening out. And let's take the right elbow on top and entwine the arms, Garuda arms, and then move the elbows forward and up. We'll pulse a couple of times here. Inhale up and exhale down, like into a chair pose position. So elbows down, inhale, elbows reach up, and exhaling. And again, like we did on hands and knees, taking a round movement. So take the elbows over to the left side, and then elbows down, and elbows over to the right, and then back up. And going back the other way, so elbows over to the opposite direction, whatever that is, a big circle, and enjoying that shoulder opening. Okay, from here, release and interlace the fingers behind the back of the body. And then tuck that left hand up the back. Reach the right arm up and take hold of the left ear and move the head over to the side. So just opening out through the side of the neck there. And then return the head back to normal and stepping your left foot back, but it's just a short stance. So some of you might be able to catch hold, but it's not really the main part here. You can just stay in this position, and then folding yourself forward and down, which again, we're not going to be focused too much on the legs here. You can release the right hand down, keep the left hand sliding down, and then reach the left arm open to the sky and circle it through to catch hold of your right ankle. And then start to twist yourself through. So actively use your left hand to draw the chest through, and again you're getting that side body opening as well as hopefully an opening at the left shoulder blade. And then you can release, interlace the fingers once again, and this time rather than squeezing the palms together, actually open the elbows out and bend the elbows and feel like you're spreading the shoulder blades away from the spine. And then you can release down, giving the shoulders a roll, and spin yourself back around to your right foot. Drop the back knee down and coming back to hands and knees. And once again, taking this disco cat, circling, imagining your rib cage like a huge glitter ball, like your we've got lots to imagine at the moment, don't we? Like you're at the club and big glitter balls circling around, and circle back the other way, going into the opening a little more now. Maybe you could be like a cat on a scratchy pole that just finds a good spot, finds something, finds a nice area and just move into that a little more. Oh, beautiful. All right, if you can, sit back onto the heels. You could just do cross legs if you wanted to, but just see how that's feeling. I'm feeling amazing. Thank you. So much more openness through the chest and release through the neck and shoulders. So I'm hoping that you'll be experiencing that as well. Thanks again for being here, for showing up for yourself. So from here, let's then step the left foot forward, and we'll start to water wheel movement that right arm around. So inhaling to lift and exhaling around. And then bending the elbow a little. Sorry, I'm just captivated by the light on that. That's really beautiful. That's so we bend the elbow and take this massive circling movement like the light is on the screen there, just circling and taking it all in, capturing that and remembering your rib cage. Is it protective? Is it keeping something out or keeping something in? Maybe instead of it being a cage, it could be like some of those soft close drawers that just have a real gliding ease to them. All right, so then from here, we maybe bring the block in at about your hips, and then leaning over to the right side, but then slightly forward as well. And again, like you're hollowing out over a beach ball and reaching forward, and actually let the shoulder blade lift up to the ears and maximize that reach through the left fingertips. And then releasing down. You can recoil, step forward, lift halfway up, and exhaling to fold yourself in. Come on up through a reverse swan dive or a spinal roll, palms touch, and exhaling into namaste. So 3 of those expanded heart breaths, inhaling and opening out. So feel like the arms are an expression of the heart, an expression of this, an extension of this rib cage and the preciousness that we house there. And circling back around, this time left elbow on top, and reach the elbows forward and take them up, and even hands forward as well. And then exhaling and like a chair pose, sinking the hips down. And inhale to open. Reach the elbows forward so you're maximizing that opening there. And then with this one, you can take the elbows to the right and then down, elbows over to the left, and then back up. And circling one more round, so really reaching way, way, way across. Opening that space in between the shoulder blades. And circling the arms around, interlacing behind the back of the body. And then taking the right hand up the back. And then the left hand onto the head and taking the left ear, left shoulder to stretch out through the right side of the neck. And separate the teeth here so you've got this release through the jaw as well, that open invitation. Maybe again those warm massage hands, imagine them skillfully dissolving tension. Come back through center and stepping the right foot back, just a short stance. You could catch hold or not, that's fine. And then folding yourself forward, pyramid position. It's more about the arms than the legs, so just find a happy place, and we won't be here long anyway. So you can then release the left hand down. I'm just going to go side on so that you're not getting too much information, and then release the right hand across and over to the left ankle, and then use that use the right hand to draw the chest through and create more opening. And it's like you're drawing the chest through, but the arm is resisting. So this bottom arm is resisting so that it gives you that little bit of opening at the back of the heart there. And the top arm, again, you've got this side body opening. So much goodness to receive here. And then releasing, just twisting open for a moment to even out. And then you can walk back around to that left foot and stepping back to hands and knees. Sitting back onto the heels again. And then I just wanted to do this chicken wing pose. It's a wonderful opening for the back of the deltoid that I seem to get very tight with. So it's like that movement that we did with the hand up the back. So take the left hand, but rather than taking it all the way up the back here, just take it to the wrist, to the side waist, and then bringing the left leg out, and you pop the elbow to the inside of the left knee. And again, softening through the teeth. So you should feel a stretch at the back of the deltoid there. And releasing very tenderly. Take the arm across the body and bracing there. And then opening back behind you once again, lifting through the chest. And take the right arm into that same position. So again, you could use your left hand to draw the elbow across, or it's quite convenient to just use that right knee to hold the right elbow there. So it's, for a lot of people, quite a deep opening. And we've spent a lot of time with opening through the back body. This is just where we tend to hold a lot of our hidden, unconscious emotions. So spending time releasing there. And then you can tenderly release. Right arm comes across the body. And just our final movements. You can give the shoulders a roll. Final movements to stretch out the neck. So if you can go left ear, left shoulder, and then using the left hand. So rather than pulling with the left hand, you simply relax the left arm. So the more relaxed the arm can be, then the deeper stretch that you'll get through the neck. Again, separating the teeth. And then returning back up, but bring the chin down to the left collarbone, and then taking the hand up and over and onto that occipital bump at the back of the head. And again, like you're going over, this time a tennis ball with the throat, and reaching down. It's a good idea with the neck stretches, especially if it's first thing in the morning, that you don't overdo it. You can get a little overexcited here, and these are fantastic stretches to do if you're at a desk a lot of the day. So just spending some time separating the teeth and finding a softness rather than being too gung-ho with it. All right, and coming back up through center, and as you go to the other side, there can be a tendency to really compress through the side of the neck. So think long, like a massive rainbow arc reaching over as you go right ear, right shoulder, and then the right arm comes up. And again, you're not pulling with the right arm, just the more that you relax that right arm, then the deeper the stretch will be. You can also reach this left arm out to the side slightly and actively reaching through there. And then spinning around, so chin to the right collarbone now, and again that sense of reaching over a tennis ball so that you're releasing through the back of the neck. Separate the teeth and welcoming, inviting in this sense of ease as you let the turmoil in the neck and shoulders just slide right off. So you can come back up through center, giving the shoulders a little roll, perhaps taking a little roll through the head and neck, not back behind you. Just take these half circles like we did. Let's add in a couple of these shoulder shimmies and feel how different they are now. Hopefully all the debris from the neck and shoulders has been cleared and you're feeling far more freer and hopefully a little more optimistic about this day, about this moment. So you can take a moment here, either sit and meditate or take Shavasana. I will leave you here and wish you a wonderful day. Namaste. Thank you so much for your practice, everyone. Namaste.